Hello,
What's
everyone.
going on?
Welcome to Graybeards. Another episode, and I forget the number. It'll be in whatever. Got the bug here. My
What's up,
co-host.
man?
Not much. How are you this morning? It is
Doing
morning
good,
time
man.
here. I don't have the big clock, that we had before. So
I
how's
see
your week?
you. Man, weekend was good. Put up my Christmas decorations.
Oh, did you?
My yeah, got the Christmas tree up. Next show, make sure I show you guys what it looked like. Tree and how things goes on at Bug's house, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, maybe you need to share what you put up for your.
Definitely, definitely, definitely
Did you
will.
do the outside too, or just?
So far, just the inside is done. The outside, I'll do it tomorrow. Well, I'll do it today. Jada wanted to help, so she had to work last night. She was a little disappointed because we put up the tree without her. You guys put up the tree without me. Like, well, you know what?
Oh, I can't do this. Someone will
You can
find
do
me.
that. What does that mean?
Well, yeah, you did it without her. That's terrible. I mean, growing up, my mom always, parents always made a big deal putting the tree up. We would,
Hmm.
we enjoyed doing it. We had a great time that I remember as youngsters.
Hmm.
Getting older, it had a little less meaning setting all that up, just because of being, teenage
Yeah,
adolescence.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
like it, man. I'm still a kid at heart, as you can tell. Love that kind
yeah,
of stuff. I get excited as soon as one leaf fall that's orange. I'm in a whole new world. You know, I love the fall. I love autumn. Everything up until New Year's, and then I get
yeah.
depressed.
But that's one of our coworkers. We won't mention his name. Not that he watches the show anywhere. He doesn't.
Kilo Bravo. Is that who we're talking? We're going to talk military code.
No, no, no. We're talking the other, your OBF.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm his OBM.
Well, no, your other. Just change
Okay.
the to his name to be with
Okay.
you.
I
Yeah,
got you. I got
your
you.
only,
Okay.
only,
Yeah.
only. Yeah,
Bleep.
yeah. Only no, only his
Bleep.
his name, and then
I got you.
yeah, that's your OBF. He's your OBF.
Rhymes with Cobb.
Yeah. Anyway, well, his wife. Uh, he's like
Mhm.
1 November. She's
Yeah,
putting
she's early bird.
yeah, she's putting up stuff, and
Yeah.
uh,
I kind of like that though. I like a person who's I mean she's seasonal. You know what I'm saying? That's cool.
oh yeah,
That's cool.
absolutely. I
Mhm.
absolutely. And there's people that, again, that I guess it's where a lot of people don't like it is
Mhm.
because of it's they feel Christmas is over commercialized, right?
Mhm.
Just like a
Mhm.
lot of, and I don't want it to become, I don't know why, I can understand where people are going because they don't want it to be considered some pagan holiday like Valentine's Day or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I don't
It
know.
has a pagan tint to it,
Yeah.
but I like it. You know what I'm
We're,
saying? It's no big deal. I mean, I'm not worshiping nothing. Come on. You know?
No, I
Yeah.
know. I'm just saying it's not really a holiday. It's just I don't,
Mhm.
I'm just saying other people. And
I
whether I
got you.
don't agree or disagree with it, but I don't, it has
Yeah.
become over commercialized and the real meaning of Christmas has been, kind of lost on many, many people. It's more about it becomes a chore. I
What
got to get home.
child is this?
Yeah, I know. I don't get you started. I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
why.
sorry.
Maybe I need to be closer because my head doesn't look as big as yours. And
I actually got a big head, okay? Yeah, we're about the same size. So naturally, you know what I'm saying?
okay, all right.
All the, you remember the mainframes, back in the day, they had the big gigantic on Johnny Quest, they had the big mainframes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what this is going on right here. It's
Woo.
mainframe.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, the mainframe of that is ridiculous. But been a crazy. work week disarray. I'm not one to move a lot. I do, but and I'll adjust accordingly. But we're moving stuff in our office. It's just been crazy.
It stressed me out. I had to take a day off. I don't like change. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
You
because
know,
you don't know where you're going to keep your Red Robin seasoning now. You know what I mean.
that is
You,
complicated.
I mean, it didn't take you long because you weren't in that desk very long. Um,
Been there for a couple of years, man.
yeah, I know it's been longer than I. It's probably
Hmm.
been what 3 or 4 years now. We've been sitting
Yeah,
on desks, and how
yeah.
time is just clicking away.
Hmm.
Because I
I
remember when
really.
you moved from that one area and into another, but it was the
Yeah.
same. It was the same desk, right?
Hmm.
And you know, another person in the office is just going to be, where do I keep all my papers and clipboard? And, there's not a lot of storage in these desks, right? They've moved it. We have to get with the times, right? We're moving away from paper files and all this stuff. It's all computer files. And you'll find that, I don't have a lot of paper files at all. Everything I have is all
No, you don't.
computer.
It's true. Something going on with the sound. Sound like you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I was waiting for
You
your
good?
response. How you were going to adjust with your, uh, you have a lot of paper files that you don't really need.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna
And
adapt.
then in your defense, right, these documents you do at work, they don't give you the means to scan them to save them electronically, right?
That's
So,
they don't.
when you get shipping documents or you have receipts or whatever it is, you don't have a means to scan them and put them in a file like to
Yeah.
save electronically. Um,
Yeah. Our computer guy said that we was all gonna get new personal scanners and stuff like that. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they
yeah,
changed or what, but
it's
I would
been
love to have a personal one. Yeah, I need that. It will work. It will work great.
yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, all right. But the thing is, man,
But
don't
anyway,
like change.
yeah, you
I
don't
don't
like
like
change.
change.
Nobody really does. We all are creatures of habit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it kind of sucked, but it's a tin of excitement. How's it gonna work? You know what I'm saying? How we gonna adjust? I'm gonna be a little crestfallen. You and KB, y'all gonna be out of the office all week. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have nothing to do but work. Nothing to do but work. You know what I'm saying? So
well,
uh,
it's more than just your daily work, right? It's you still got stuff that's got to get sent out. You still got your job that you got to perform, and deal with reorganizing the office and getting all your stuff squared away. It's not like
mhm.
you're going to show up. I think our the best CSA in AFSAM is going to be. I think he said he was going in today. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I would be interested to know if that actually happens.
I think he's under. I think he's. I think it's gonna happen, man, because all eyes is on him right now. And
Yeah.
he usually he comes perform when the spotlight is on. Anything that goes wrong,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna hit the.
He'll figure it out. It's a lot though, man. It really is because again, one of the issues we had last week was there were certain people that were getting tasked to do all the manual labor all the time, and all these other people sitting around going, you know,
Yeah, we
and
had a spokesperson, and he represented us well. I'm
well,
like,
yes,
shucks.
yes, and I'll give him props for that. But you got to be careful, right? Got to be careful. He's in a more unique situation, and it isn't that he don't need this job. It's just it's not detrimental to his livelihood if he doesn't have the job, right?
We're all willing to have less. None of us are slave to that job.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I'm not either.
Yeah.
I have goals
Mhm.
that require,
Yeah.
um,
You need to have that job to meet
yeah,
your goals. Yeah. But other than that, hey man.
yeah,
But no issue. I mean, but you know what? I'm gonna say this, and we can move on. But you know, when we started up SecTech, you remember SecTech, right? There was a lot of things that was going on in SecTech because the military really didn't know how to use their contractors. They didn't really understand how to. They thought they could do what they wanted to with them. You know what I'm saying? And so they had to create a position. You know, you had to get this training. Like, okay, you got to adhere to this PWS. You know what I'm saying? But you know, with us, you know, that's kind of give and take. I kind of like that latitude that the military gives us and stuff like that. I don't want to go necessarily. No one want to go strictly by the book. Okay,
mm,
so that's why some things that may not be outlined, I don't mind doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all
yeah,
good. It's a good work
absolutely.
environment, et cetera, et cetera. But hey, you can always blow the whistle. But the thing about it, I'll just say this here that it was an office project and everybody in the office should have been hands on
Equally
deck.
tasked, just equally
Exactly.
tasked, you know.
Yeah.
Don't
Mhm.
know, they just assume that, you know, you, me, and a couple other people in the, you know,
Mhm. They're the
and
ones. They're the worker bees. Yeah.
I'll get, you know, Sergeant C, I'll give her some props. She's managing it. She's taking a lot of this on. The senior
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
Those we got a really good crew.
Hmm.
I think we personally in our section that we work, our office, if you will, have really good crew. I'm going to say
Hmm.
that so everybody knows. They do very well with the tasks that they keep. I mean, it's like, to me, it's a truckload of tasks that keeps getting dumped on. It's never
Yes, she
ending.
got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, she's
I think it's the most task part of
yeah,
of our office. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So
Hmm.
either way, but
Yeah.
so like reason I'm out next week, KB and I will be out getting pilot training. Kind of excited about that. So be
Hmm.
gone all week, and then we have instructor certification for one of the topics of one of our loyal listeners, Brock. Appreciate you.
Rob, my man.
Yeah. He hit me up the other day on the messenger and said, "Hey, what do you think?" I don't want to paraphrase. Let me pull it up real quick. You know, I'll press just real quickly. He hit me up and he's like, but it's kind of out of the blue. I thought it was funny. I mean, he writes, and I appreciate it. He goes, this was. He goes, "What's your thoughts on the Jersey drones?" Right, and I was like, "That's what I said." To be honest, I haven't heard much about them, and I really hadn't. I've heard about it, obviously. Uh,
Hmm.
just speculation, though. Me, I told him. I said, I think there's a lot of fear mongers out there who think someone is invading their privacy or people just flying them because they can.
Hmm.
That's what I replied before I did any real research. And I guess I'm kind of spot on personally. And then it's like he's like weird. You have a senator saying there's an Iranian mothership flying Chinese drones off of
Like it. I
into
like it.
New Jersey, and the FBI is saying we have no clue. That's what his words, not mine.
So
Uh,
you just woken that thing in me. You know what I'm saying? It was sleeping, it was dormant. Here we go with the mothership full of drones.
that's what.
The FBI says no,
Well,
sir.
you
You know what
know,
I'm saying?
it does. I get where he's going. Where people are like, they let a freaking Chinese balloon fly all the way across uh, the United States, and then they decide the best way to tackle it is to spend like $1 million air-to-air rock missile on it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
instead of just going up there and zapping it with a few rounds of 30 millimeter out of the or 20 mil. I don't know what the aircraft was armament, but I say,
okay.
let's do it spectacularly and spend a lot of money and blow it up.
Well,
I don't know what
okay.
the missile
All right.
costs. I'm assuming it's $1 million a piece, but it's probably less than that. But
This round's probably about 20,000 per round. You know how the government
but
likes to spend.
yeah,
We
but I
got the
mean, we
special
already
rounds.
got the, we are. He's like, well, I'm like, really? This is your theory to take down a balloon? Is to shoot a rocket at it or a
All right.
missile?
In
Come on.
defense of those, in defense of those who voted to shoot it down with a missile, right? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna assume the missile gonna incinerate this balloon, right? It's gonna catch on fire, right? And it's
I
gonna
don't
burn
think
up.
so. I don't know. But
I don't know either, but I'm
from
assuming
an
they
intel gatherings perspective,
mhm.
let's just knock it out, recover it, find out where it's transmitting. Wouldn't that be a lot easier to do if it's somewhat more intact than in little bitty pieces?
Well, just think what happens if you shoot that sucker down and it lands in some farmer's field. He gets there before the FBI does, and he confiscates whatever's in there. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a freaking balloon.
But inside the balloon, you said it's a possibly had potential to spy on us, right? So we could gather information from the balloon, right? So this farmer gets it and he released to the wild.
I got that. I'm tracking what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
There's
Hmm.
potential. You can, you know, they had all this time to figure this
They could
stuff
have figured
out.
it out.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
they
could have
had
done that.
plenty of time as it was slowly moving along, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just blow it up and guess why it was there. I don't know.
I did.
Yeah,
Two
not the,
words.
in my opinion, not the smartest thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but for those watching, so talking about drones, we're gonna try something here. I don't know how well it's gonna work because we're recording. I don't. My computer, it's telling me some resources. I'm gonna try to share my screen and some of this stuff.
That's like it
Um,
is, Wayne. We're amateurs and we're
well, they should have already realized this that we're
no.
amateurs at this and don't plan to be some
You see
pr-
this?
major
You
production.
you see this background I got? It doesn't speak to amateur.
You're gonna get grief over the background, you know that. But I'm gonna try. Bear with me, everyone. I'm gonna try to do this. I don't know which one of these to pick. To be honest with you, um, that should be Edge. We'll see if it shares. I'm not sure what everybody's seeing, but this is someone from New Jersey, right? He's talking
Looks like
about,
a guy from New Jersey.
yeah, he's talking. This person. It was on TV, so I'm not, stealing someone else's necessarily work. I'm just sharing it, right? I'm not, plus I don't profit from it, but listen to these people, right? And this is supposedly a
Listen,
live, right? But just
yeah.
listen, these are, and I'm not saying they're, you know, not the sharpest pencil in the book or whatever, but they
know
definitely.
what they are, and they're not foreign, but they're not ours, and they don't pose a threat, that's when it becomes concerning.
All right, she just said it. If they're not ours and they're not foreign, if they're
Well,
not
she said it
foreign,
was
then
foreign, right?
no,
Yeah,
she
foreign,
said
not
they're
ours.
not foreign. She said they're not foreign.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure we can play it back, but
Play it back, man. This is for
well,
clarity.
you're supposed to listen to what she's saying. All right, I'm gonna play it.
What the
I was
is
fixing my
This is
that?
hat.
what this is. Some. I know it's not the best quality.
It's
Bear
a
with
drone.
me. That's a
It
drone. I
has to
can
be a
tell you
drone.
by
There's
the
so many of
4,
them out here.
5, whatever.
I've seen like 4.
That's a quadcopter of some sort. Looks like someone took a shot at it there. I
What
don't
the
know. But this is courtesy of, as you can see on the screen, who it if you like that, send it back to them. That to me looks like it's clearly a drone. It's probably his neighbor flying a drone. But no, you
Okay.
hear the plane in the background, the jet engine. That's not a drone.
That noise we're hearing is not a drone. Are you saying that?
Yeah, that particular thing is not a drone, but it looks like it could be a drone. And
That's
you can hit these they come out, they're drone watching these couple.
Okay, so about a week ago, I started seeing them more on a daily basis, mainly just like a white light that would sit in a place and then after a few minutes move left to right, up and down, just these very slow motions, and then they would just go away.
And just go away.
just go
I can
away.
see. So basically, what she made the comment, the statement, right, that it moves up and down, left to right. An aircraft
Mhm.
don't do that. They'll go up and down, but they don't go left and right. So
Right.
so I can see, but I don't see where in this particular video. I know my
It
hand's
didn't
messing
concern
up.
me at first. I just didn't think anything of it until it started becoming like every night, the same time, same places. So I figured, okay, they must be doing some kind of military drill. Not that I went to go look to see if they were, I just figured that's what they were doing. And then once they came out and said that they're not and they don't know what they are and they're not foreign, but they're not ours and they don't pose a
They're not
threat,
foreign, but they're not
that's when it
ours.
becomes concerning.
That's a
Who could
weird
they
statement.
be? Ooh. You see what I'm saying? They're not foreign and they're not ours. Well,
What's the other option? What's option C?
well, it's
Yes.
aliens. It's got to be aliens.
I think that's what she's saying.
Well,
I
I mean,
would
if they're
classify
not
alien.
foreign and they're not ours,
Wouldn't alien be
I've seen clusters. Last night I saw clusters of about 8
foreign?
up over here, and but normally I see them a little spread out, and they're sporadic. Some of them illuminate a bright light. Some of them, when you see them on the side profile flying, you can see the red, green lights. But the difference is, even though airlines have that lighting, the way it lights and the brightness is different. And you also have sometimes LED lights. They looks like LED lights under the underbelly of the aircraft, which you don't see on a commercial airliner like that.
no, you definitely don't.
And he knows about his aircraft more than me. I definitely would have said it was aircraft.
He's showing you a video there,
And
obviously.
with the
Checking them
naked
out.
eye, the video doesn't really do justice. But when you look at what I'm seeing with the naked eye, you can see it's not a normal aircraft. And we don't have this much, traffic, usually on any given night in this area. So it seems like definitely some of them are aircraft that we can't explain what they are.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna stop
Yeah.
sharing that. So,
Good job, buddy.
that ain't the best depiction of actually probably what's going on. That was just their perspective, what they're seeing. I'm assuming they live in Jersey. I don't know. Uh, he said clusters, right?
He said clusters. He did say that.
So here it is in my theory. First off, I'm kind of in that world of drones. I'm not an expert by any means, but I know a little bit about them. Anybody can buy one. You can get drones. They range anywhere from a couple $100 to several tens of thousands of dollars, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the average Joe is not going to spend $20,000 or $13,000, whatever, on a drone. But there are people that will because they use, you can just go on YouTube, right? You and I both been on YouTube, and there's people they're spending money on drones, part of their channel. They show the unique.
Yeah.
They'll be driving their tractor or a car, and they'll have a drone that follows them and videotapes them as their journey through whatever
Mm-hmm.
they're doing to help illustrate or video. I keep saying
Yeah.
videotape. Sorry if I
They're like, what is he talking about? Videotape.
I know video. What's a videotape? I know. I keep saying that. So they'll video record. I don't know. Whatever. They'll be they'll video. They'll catch these imageries using drone footage. And the better the drone, the better the camera. The more expensive they are.
Mm-hmm.
And you get one with a really good camera. Um, that's where a lot of the cost is in the camera. You know, the airframe is, you know, not as expensive, but if you want really good footage, like that picture that you have for your background, that's if it's not artificially generated, meaning AI, that someone could, I mean, the camera and the if that's a true digital photograph, then that's an expensive camera that they're, or whatever that they device that they use to take that picture. You know,
Look at the clouds, Wayne. Doesn't it look like the clouds are moving?
does it look like they're moving? No, it doesn't.
Look at them.
Look at them. Look at the pretty clouds. They're so fluffy. But
Yeah.
my thought on these drones, and that'll be
Yeah.
my end of it, is that people are flying them and they got attention, and other people going, let's do it over here, and we'll get everybody thinking that there's some kind of invasion of the drones, right? It is a real threat. We got it, right? We know this in our circles that we, you know, travel in, that there's a real threat.
Should the public have access to drones?
In my opinion, absolutely. Absolutely.
So-
They should have, you know, why not, right? Give me a reason why not. Why you want to, you asked me a question, I'm going to give you, so why not? I mean, I'm going to tell you, yes, absolutely. They have a right to.
One, I do believe that we should, but it requires a responsible individual. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have
anything
a drone,
does.
it's like exactly everything requires that. I mean,
Yeah.
when yeah, it requires a responsible individual. As the cornerstone, we was talking about that. Free society, you gotta be responsible, you gotta be mature, you gotta be able to
Well,
handle
sure.
these things. You can't shoot squirrels in within city limits. We have to regulate that. You got to tell people that. You know what I'm saying? I got my 308 and I shot a squirrel. You know, that round is probably going to go somewhere and kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? So
that squirrel would be just like a, you know, it'd be a blip in its travel, you know.
Exactly. But the problem is you want to shoot this thing with a 270 in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So you got these drones out here. You got to be responsible with your drones. You're shutting down airports. You're shutting down. You're causing folks on military installations going to higher level of security because you're not being responsible with your drone. Now the drone.
I don't agree with that. I mean, I somewhat don't agree with what you're saying, but I understand what you're saying. We live in a world of regulations and laws and all that stuff, right?
Why do we have them?
Why exactly? Because you have people, you know, I don't know how to say this correctly. All right, Men in Black, right? Men in Black. There was a scene where you had Will Smith and I can't think of the other actor's name, the old guy.
Was it? What's that guy's name?
Anyways, he's sitting on a park bench, right? And Will Smith was pondering, you know, what to do, right? And he made it. I'm going to kind of paraphrase. I can't remember the exact how he said it, but it was in a 5 minutes ago. You thought you were 10 minutes ago, whatever it was. You thought you were alone in the universe, right? We're running out of time, obviously. We got like 10 minutes. But anyways, he said 10 minutes ago you thought you were alone in the universe, and you just found out that you're not. Because he was wondering why we haven't told everybody. It's just because you're smart. Individual people are smart, and a lot of people are not so smart, right? Because everybody thinks differently, right? They'll panic. You know, it's typical fears, right? Fears is, you know, there's people that have an adverse fear of snakes and spiders and, you know, fear of water falling, whatever the fears are. So you take all those fears that people have and they just panic, right? I mean, if you want to start regulating stuff, right, there's no threat, actual, mass threat of drones, right? What you got to be smart about it. 55,000, I could be off a little bit, of 55,000 people a day or a year, I think it's a year, die in automobile accidents. Yet there's billions of cars running around these roads. They're regulated. You got to have a license. You got to have whatever. Yet still 55,000 people die every year of it.
Right.
Nobody's out there screaming to ban cars.
True. Well, that's probably one. Okay. So,
More people die in car.
like,
More people die.
Freaking cars.
More people die in car accidents than people do from gun violence, right?
True. Yeah.
Yet there's
They
a
say when
call.
people-
There's a call to ban guns as Americans, right?
So I'm saying you gotta be responsible. You know what I'm saying? You don't just take the whole thing away. You gotta be responsible with
Yeah,
it.
and typically even with drones, you're supposed to have. There is a process that you're supposed to go through to fly them.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
But it's
regulated.
so. I mean, it's so hard to enforce. How are you going to enforce that, right? How
It's
do you
just letting you
enforce
know
it?
if you get caught. Enforcing it is that fear you was talking about.
But
If we
even
catch
that,
you
there,
doing something,
even then, if you get caught, there, what are you going to pay a fine? There's no jail
I
time
don't know.
because you flew a drone over your property, right? Now they
Yeah.
may not be flying over their property, whatever, and that
Mhm.
there is regulations about that. There's requirements that you can get cited or whatever. I don't know about jail time. I don't know what the legalities of are, but there is
Mhm.
requirements.
Yeah.
I just
You
think that's
can't.
fear mongering at its best, and I don't think it should be any more regulated than anything else. I don't
Okay.
want to. I don't want to see the government come in and say you can't fly these drones. These are
No, I
only
don't want to see
blah blah
that.
blah.
Definitely don't want to see that. But you was in the military. You know how it goes. One person being irresponsible, and everybody they believe in corporate punishment, right? You know what I'm saying? So,
Very
hey,
harsh punishment.
very severe. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had their radio outside their car, and I'm not talking about the walkie-talkie type. I'm talking about WKRS and Cincinnati radio on the hood of their truck, wink.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah, yeah, that.
You
Yeah,
can't even have a
winking at us.
radio station, right? You can't even just. I mean, you can't just start your own radio station, right?
No, you can't. There's rules up there for that. You got to regulate because
The
people will violate
FCC,
those things.
the FCC will get you.
I
Gotta
told
have a
my daughter, right?
license. Yeah.
I said if I wanted to rob a bank, right, I would buy a bunch of drones, right? And let's say 100 drones. And if I had the smarts to do this, I would put C4 on each one of these little drones. And I would find cop cars and I would blow them up. There would be no response. I'll just walk in the bank with my crew and take the money. I'll tell them there's no need to push the little red button. Nobody's coming. Put the money in the bag and have a great day. You know what I'm saying? That's how we use my drone. Now, I'm not the only one that thinks like that. There's other individuals out there like, yeah, let's rob banks with drones. Yeah, let's do that. Now, does that mean take away the drone? The drone, the capability, I mean, you know how we use drones, right? You saw Olympus has fallen. You saw how that went. We're in a whole new era. We got 30 million mugs over here that's undocumented, right?
How many?
30 million.
Well, that's a number I haven't heard, but I ain't gonna say you're wrong, but I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
We don't really know, to be honest with you. I mean, they've been letting people just,
Yeah. You got a lot of mugs up here. Nothing against
hey
you
man,
individuals. Yeah.
more the
What's time
merrier,
we got?
right? More the
More
merrier.
than
I'm
that?
all for it. I don't have a problem with people coming here. I really
True.
don't. Just do it
But
legally. Give them a prize, give them a pass, do it properly, come on in.
you all you can to make sure they're good, right?
Become Americans, share American values. We're fine with it.
Hmm.
Don't
Yeah.
come in here trying to change me to, whatever, pick a country's beliefs.
Yeah.
That ain't happening. You come here, you
Yeah.
be an American to be in America. To come, if you come here to America to be an American, you got to be an American.
Hmm. Hey, that's true everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's true in
I know,
Walmart.
but the identity
If you're gonna
politics,
shop,
they don't, no, I'm I don't know. we'll pick on the Iranians. I'm an Iranian American. Okay, means you're an American, not an American from Iran. Iran is no longer your country. You're
I
now
think something I
American.
heard that was funny. Um, what's the guy name that makes all the rockets and stuff like that? The real rich dude. What's his name?
Oh, Elon
Can't think.
Musk.
Elon Musk.
He's
He
not
says, "Hey,
from here. He's not from here. I
guess
think
what he
he's from
said he
South
was?
Africa, I think.
He says I'm African American."
Yeah, he is. He's
I
from
thought that
South
was funny
Africa.
as heck.
I
He's
believe he's
right.
from South Africa. Someone in the
He's from
comments.
South Africa. He's definitely from South Africa. But I thought it was hilarious. He's like,
Why is it?
I'm an African
Well,
American.
you're being stereotypical. You think you're from Africa because you automatically assume that you're black.
Yes, 100. You get the prize.
I mean, I'll say it. I mean, that's when you say I'm African American, you automatically assume that you're black from Africa.
Yeah, because there's only 500 million mugs that are black now. You know what I'm saying? They were like, what's the color of a guy from Africa? You're probably gonna guess. You're probably gonna guess that he's black. Okay? You don't know? He's white.
Yeah,
Come on, let's be real with it, man.
yeah. It's
Famous,
not. It's
famous
not ever
poet,
always the. That is
famous
not always
poet
the
from
case,
England.
right?
Yeah, like the Three Musketeers. I mean, that took me for a long. I was watching this movie. I didn't know the dude that wrote the Three Musketeers was a black guy. You know what I'm saying? I was shocked. Matter of fact, I learned that in
Well,
Django Unchained.
well, yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, in the couple minutes that we have left,
Yeah,
again, that's people being stereotypical, and
I don't know, like,
there's a ton. Peanuts, right?
hmm
Was it peanuts or peanut butter?
hmm
Was it Carver? What's his name?
yeah, yeah. What
Black
George
guy.
Washington Carver? Yeah,
Yeah, black guy.
yeah. His name would have threw you off. George Washington Carver.
Well, that's because again, this is. I'm going to try to make this quick. That's because we keep trying to erase history and not teach people about history. Like you and I went to school, we had history, right? We had to learn all this stuff. We learned about things that were not politically or socially motivated to, you know, move an agenda, from my opinion. We learned the history. This was the history, how it was written. Was it correct? I don't know. You know, was it written from one perspective and omitted certain things? Probably. Didn't, there's always, you can't, if you wrote like a daily diary, the book would be massive in history. It's people's recollection of how things went, right? Hence the Bible,
It's the Bible.
hence their
Yeah.
perspective and what they perceived is what they wrote.
They're changing a lot of characters that was historically one nationality into another nationality. And some folks are offended. They're like, hey,
Mhm. Hey,
this guy was of this nation.
Jesus wasn't white.
Yeah, you got Jesus with a 16
But
inch
we're
afro.
almost at it. I hate to cut you off on that. You got 10 seconds, real quick.
Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate you guys watching. Send us some more content. As you guys can see, hey, it helped us out.
Yeah,
Good show, I
definitely
believe.
does. Thanks for watching. If you feel like it, like, subscribe, notifications, all that good stuff. If you want to do it, do it. We don't really, it doesn't really make
Okay.
a whole hill of beans for us.
We're gonna be
We don't
rich.
get paid. We don't get paid to do this. We do it because we enjoy BSing off you guys.